Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new Let's Play on Woos Shire Farms. Now, I know I was doing Tuscan Lands, I didn't like the way I had that set up, so I decided to come find a new map. Me and Chase are talking about it. Chase actually suggested this map. Woos Shire is a beautiful little small map. The fields are actually quite big compared to the equipment size we're going to be using. I know this seems crazy, it's going to be a lot of grinding, but I'm going to take this one day at a time. This is not going to be rushed. I'll do an episode when I can, when I get to it, all that kind of stuff. This is not going to be one of those that I rush to get done. This could be one that I just kind of play on. This map has a lot to offer for a smaller map. Again, the fields are quite large compared to the equipment we're going to be using right off the bat here. We'll try to get some bigger equipment as we go, but we're going to start off with some antique kind of hand-me-down stuff. We are on Massey's farm. This is where we start out on the map. I could have changed it and started out somewhere else, but I kind of like the idea of starting here. This is the stock place where you start, and I'm about to show you around. I have yet to see anybody do a Let's Play this. So as you can see here in the back of Massey's farm, in the back of the house here, she's got her own little garden. There, we have our own little garden behind the house here. Looks like potatoes. I'm not sure what that is. Potatoes here too. This is where you load your sheep in. We do start off with sheep. And as you can see, we got some antique equipment just kind of laying around. This looks like a Massey Ferguson trailer that may tip, it may not. I don't know. It does have straps you can tie down. This is a bale trailer, so it's a slightly smaller bale trailer. Let's go take a look around at some of the other stuff. We did start with sheep. You start with 10 sheep, I think is what it is. Got some pails there you can pick up, move around. Our old water tanker here holds 1,000 liters. Just kind of antique equipment that was kind of hand-me-down stuff. We needed stuff to get going, and there was some equipment left on the farm, so enough to kind of get moving anyway. Here's an old Massey Ferguson with a bucket on the front. Looks like it's got a grabber too, so this is a solid scoop as well, maybe a manure scoop, not real sure, but the sheep are full of food at the moment. But yeah, just an old Massey Ferguson here. We're going to be playing with some different type of equipment. Some stuff I've never really played with. Some stuff that was kind of in the old Massey pack, the old iron pack, stuff like that. So we do have a mower, and I don't know what name brand this mower is. It is just an old mower, so it is a side cutter. It's nothing fancy, but it'll get us going. We have a windrow that is a Pottinger, I do believe. I could be wrong, but it's just a 3 meter wide, just like the windrow. Here's a Pottinger 300, and it's a 3 meter wide. It's nothing fancy, but it's enough to get us kind of going here. The old Massey Ferguson tipper trailer. This thing holds 10,000 liters, which is quite a bit actually. Then the old Massey 27 harvester here, 27 meter or 27 foot cut on it there. No, not even 27 feet. That's not 27 feet across, is it? No, can't be. Either way, this is what we're going to be starting with. This is the equipment we were given to start with here. We got an old case 1175, the Agri King case here with the dual wheels, and we got a cultivator behind it. I think it's the Massey as well. It is. It's from the Massey pack. So we're playing a lot of the Massey pack stuff. You've seen this mod before. This is the John Deere. Now, the funny thing about this seed drill right here is it's 6 meters wide. It does not fit through the front gate. So we do have to come around behind everything, which is okay. Field 2 is the first thing we're going to be starting on, I think, right here behind the house. But as you can see here, we got our old John Deere baler. This is a 600 liter bales. Fairly small bales. The first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to plow some fields. So we do need to take 2 of these guys, because I'm going to have to do, to make this work out, I'm going to have to do a follow me setup, because our plows are quite small. You'll see in just a minute just how small these things are. There they are right there. They're 2 meters wide. They are quite small. So it's going to take a while for us to get this done, which is not really a problem other than just time in general. So I'm going to have to spend a lot of time on this just to get everything done. Oh, kind of run over the gutter there. We're going to have to replace that later. As you can see, this place was not made for big. It's not made for big equipment at all. This place is made for smaller equipment. There we go. It was made for much smaller equipment and gear, but I am probably going to do like a follow me setup, just because I'm going to need more than one person plowing these fields, because these fields are not, they're not huge, but they're not real small compared to the amount, the size of the gear we're using. The size of the gear we're using is quite small. Now let's go ahead and turn back on everything here. There we go. As you can see, I am playing with seasons again. I said I wasn't going to, but I am. I'm not real sure why my mouse is off the screen now. There we go. Oh, this thing has... Oh yeah, I forgot. This thing's got a UI in it. That's why it was off the screen. Okay, well that makes sense then. But yeah, starting with the old Massey tractor with the front end loader, front end attachment. This Ford has a front end attachment as well. This is the Ford 7710. This is the American style. I tried to pick up some American style stuff. The case is American style. The Massey pack is probably not. It was on the Mod Hub, I think. Maybe in game, not real sure. But either way, yeah. So the Massey pack may not be American style, but I'm trying to play with more American style stuff. Just smaller equipment in general. I do have some other smaller stuff we're going to try out later, hopefully, if we can get there. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plow this field. So this is field 2 right here. And in the next episode, we will take a look around at the rest of the map. But today, I kind of want to get started on this. In the next episode, we will do a map review. I know typically you do that in the first episode or before you start doing anything else, but I want to get started on this field here because this is going to take quite some time to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a headland. So what I want to do is I want to get lined up, drop that guy down. As you can see, this thing does not plow very wide at all. That's it right there. So with that being said, the next thing I want to do is I want to get this guy to follow me back here. And I want to, actually, you know what? I may just hire somebody to come help me out. Let's just hire somebody to help me out on the other side of the field. We'll put him on the other side of the field here and let him go. What we're going to do is we're going to run a couple of headlands for him. So, or her, whichever it turns out to be. So anybody that shows up to help, we'll let them help. We're not going to be mad about it. So let's get lined up in cab here. And yeah. Smaller equipment, definitely going to take us a while. There we go, that looks pretty good. The good thing is this thing does work at quite a good speed here. It works at 5. That's not too bad. But I'm going to zoom out for a second to show you the size of this field here. I am getting off track a little bit. Let's get back over in line there. Size of this field is not huge. The map is not very big. As you can see, let's just go to the map real quick. The map is not very big, but the fields are bigger than they look. Especially for the size of equipment we're using. I keep saying that because I want to point that out and make sure it's known. Field 5 is pretty big. It's about double the size of Field 2. Field 6 is not huge. Field 12 is not huge. I mean, they're pretty close to the same size, really, when you think about it. The cool thing about this map is you start with poplar that's down here. Poplar trees that nobody owns. So it's really neat. They're just kind of there on the map for you, and you do have some grass fields you can mow and stuff. So with seasons, we have to wait, of course, on the grass to get ready to go. Let's look at the seasons. Seasons tab here. Now grass, we can't start cutting until about the 4th through the 6th of spring here, so we can't do anything with that. Poplar is about the same, but we got to wait on poplar to grow. It's not grown yet. So no grass cutting or anything going on. We're going to be prepping fields, stuff like that. And a lot of this is probably going to be time-lapsed. I know some of you guys don't like time-lapses, but a lot of this is probably going to be time-lapse because I'm probably going to be playing a lot of this in my free time, which I don't have a whole lot of, so I'm really making time to do this. But this is one of the series I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you could just enjoy kind of playing laid back with me here. And I'm probably going to stream this from time to time too, just because this is such a laid-back feel on the map. This map is absolutely beautiful. You see the Rockies in the background there. There's an American flag flying over the farm. This is an American-style map. So I'm trying to stick closely with that. But I don't even think I have GPS on. I don't. Yeah, no GPS, no course play, none of that. It's all me and helpers at this point. So, but again, this is how you do it. You know, you start with what you can start with, and we're starting with some hand-me-down tools. And Mary's farm here, she sold out, and we're starting with whatever was left over here, and they didn't do a whole lot. So they did mostly sheep farming. So we're gonna try to do a few crops and stuff. We're gonna focus more on animals with this Let's Play, I think. But the fields that we do, we're gonna use whatever equipment we got here and and try to work our way up, not to massive equipment because it really won't fit around the map. So we're going to have to work our way up to some smaller equipment here and just kind of go with it. So I hope you enjoy this journey that we're going to be on here. And again, in the next one, I'll probably do a live stream of this map, and we'll go around the map and kind of show it off, and then we'll do some field prep as well. So we got to get it done because it is early spring. It is the first day of early spring, so we're gonna have to get this done and get some crops ready to go. We don't have to plant right away. We can't even plant right away. Although the ground temperature is 39 degrees, so it's coming on up. But yeah, so live streaming the next one, guys. I'm gonna time lapse this. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you back in just a minute.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to do one more pass here, and then I'm going to let the helper finish it up. I'm going to go grab the cultivator and get started. This didn't take near as long as I thought it would. I mean, these fields are not as... they're not as big as most maps, but playing with the equipment we're playing with, they take a little while. Field 5 is going to take a while with these two plows. But having the helper, I think, made a huge difference. Not only that, but the ground texture looks fantastic on this. I mean, this looks amazing to me. I think the map is beautiful. There's lots of forestry on here as well, which is not something we've done a whole lot of. Probably since our original Let's Play. I did miss a bit here on the edge. I'm going to go ahead and get it just for the sake of consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and get this, and then we're going to go grab the cultivator. We'll let the helper finish up the field.
I figure that might be the best way to go. Us get started cultivating, because there's not a whole lot left. He's going to be done in just a few passes here. So the 2-meter wide plow is not so bad on some of these fields, because unlike the multiplayer map we're playing on right now, these fields are not that big. Even with the smaller equipment, that didn't take 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't bad at all. I'm okay with that. I'm more than okay with that, to be quite honest. And these tractors that we're using seem pretty big, but they're really not. I mean, these are pretty small tractors. They have less than 130 horsepower, all these tractors. So there's not a whole lot here. I'm not going to be able to put that thing in that way, am I? No. We'll have to turn around this way. We'll just drop it in this way, I guess, then. Lower it down and hop out. Disconnect. There we go. Now, yeah, the horsepower on these things are under 130. They're all pretty small. The biggest thing we own is that seeder right there, and I may have to get rid of that because it doesn't fit through most of the stuff on the farm. Sad thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's very sad. It doesn't fit anywhere. I don't have a fertilizer spreader at the moment, so the first few harvests and stuff is going to be without a fertilizer spreader because I don't have one, and we don't have the money to buy one. So it's going to be one of these deals where we have to weigh our options on what we can buy, what we can't. We're just working with what was left here at the moment. So, that being said, let's get started cultivating. Another time-lapse incoming. We're going to let a helper work on that for a minute. We're going to get this guy started on this field, and we'll come back to cultivating that field. If they're not done already, we're going to run a couple of headlands just so they don't run into the fence, and then probably run a couple of headlands on the other end as well. We haven't got to drive this tractor yet anyway, so I don't even think this is one that we're using on the multiplayer. We are using a couple of Fords on the multiplayer. I don't think this is one of them. I really don't. But this plow will create fields, but I don't see the point, really. That's a big field right there in front of us, 11. 11's a pretty big field. Trying to plow that with just one of these 2-meter plows would be ridiculous. I'm glad they left us 2 of them. It does make things a lot easier. We can have 2 working at the same time. Now, when we get done cultivating the other field, we'll come over here and help plow this one. And then we'll get started cultivating on this one as well. So, but until then, we're just going to work away here and knock this out 2 meters at a time, I guess. And if you guys are wondering, again, my goal is to have do mostly sheep, because I've yet to do one where we just did mostly sheep on the Let's Play. So we're going to focus more on the sheep farm for a while, and I think in order to there is another, let's look real quick. There's a pig pen over here, and there's another area, another farm over here with storage and stuff in it. But to use that, we're going to have to buy field 22 to have this land over here to use. There's a cow farm up here. In order to use that, we're going to have to buy field number 9. I'm setting parameters for myself just to kind of keep it entertaining. We are starting out on the sheep farm, but if we want to do pigs or cows, we're going to have to buy those fields. If we want to use this extra shed area over here, we're going to have to buy field 22. So setting parameters for myself just to make it right. And we can do placeables. It looks like these are some really good places right here, these little concrete pads or gravel pads. We'll go look at those. Like I said, in the live stream of the next episode, will be live streamed. We'll go and do a map tour, and we'll really look at the stuff in detail. How beautiful this map is. It's really great. There's a storage shed right here next to the poplar field as well, which is probably where we'll store our popular harvester once we get it. In order to use that, we may have to buy field 10. I'm not real sure yet, but that might be a thing.
But yeah, lots of little things on this map, and it's a great little map. It really is. So I'm really looking forward to getting in on this map some more and playing it. But for now, we have 4 fields that we're going to try to focus on, and it looks like 2 is going to be ready to plant before time is ready to plant. So before we can actually seed anything, we're going to have to wait on the temperature to rise in the ground. We are using just the regular seasons mod. There are a couple of the seasons mods we could have used for more snow and stuff. Chase suggested the Montana one, which I should have probably grabbed, but I went with just the basic seasons mod just to kind of get started. Now I do have fast night on, so I can sleep through the night, which is kind of neat. Just to kind of, I don't really skip the night. I don't fast forward through time. I just kind of sleep through the night, which is great. I think that's going to help out a ton, just to kind of get through nighttime, because I know it gets kind of dark on the recordings and streams and stuff. So. But either way, yeah. And the next one we'll go through a full map tour and we'll look around at everything. This Ford right here is for no more horsepower than these things have. Like this one's got like 98 horsepower, I think. These little 2-meter plows don't even stand a chance. It's just, I mean, it's just going with them. So really cool stuff here. Trying to do something a little different, guys, just to keep it entertaining. I mean, I'm sure you guys know, just to keep it entertaining for everybody. I want to do something a little different. And I felt like Tuscan Lands was not doing what I wanted to do. So I don't guess I can get that stuff out of the edge there. All right, let's go down to the other end and cut a little headland here. There's more room on this end, but I'm going to make a couple of passes anyway. And then we'll let him get back going, and we'll go grab the... Actually, there's a lot more room down here. We could probably just cut 1 or 2 headlands down here. He's not going to need a whole lot of room to turn. So 1 or 2 headlands, and we'll get him going, and we'll go back and grab the cultivator again. Just so we can kind of check out all the different equipment. Now, these little 2-meter plows, they seem like they would be really slow going, but at 9 or 10 miles an hour, they really do the job. And going uphill, they're going to go a little slower. We're going to go about 5, but yeah, they really do the job, honestly, at 9 or 10 miles an hour. And again, that's what we got left with. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We're $40,000 in debt. I mean, we got, there's lots of things going. Well, let's do one more. I was going to go ahead and get them started. Let's do another headland here. Do a bigger headland, I guess. Not another headland, but just do a little bigger one. We'll do 2 runs for a headland. But yeah, we're $40,000 in debt. We've got used equipment left laying around, so we're making the best of our time here on Mary's farm. Just doing what we can, really. So, and this is probably gonna be a longer episode than I normally would make these guys, but like I said, the next one will be a live stream, so it'll definitely be longer. And if I stream it on Twitch, I'll probably record it and then chop it down and put it up here on YouTube as well. If I do stream it on YouTube, you'll get to see the entire thing. But normally when I stream it on Twitch, I'll record it and then I'll go back and chop out kind of the boring parts where I'm just talking to Chad or whatever else, and just show you start and end on different tasks, that kind of thing. So, but either way, we'll get this guy started. Make this last pass here. We'll start him next to the road. That way, when we get done cultivating, we can come over and start on the other side of the field over there and help get this thing plowed. Because this is going to take a little while. 12 is slightly bigger than 2, so it's going to take a minute. Get them going here. Perfect. Well, I'm just going to jump back over. And one of these days, I'm going to play without being able to tab through things. So, and honestly, I think, yeah, we're almost ready for this one. So I'm going to let him turn, get going here, and continue on with the time lapse. I'll be back with you in a few. You know, the one thing is, I don't think I've seen a whole lot of people do a Let's Play on this map, and it's really a shame. Because some of the bigger YouTubers missed a good opportunity here on this map. Showing this off to people, if nothing else, because this is really a fantastic map. I feel like a lot of people out there go off of, what YouTubers are playing. Because it looks good, and they make it seem fun, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it happens. That's just the way things happen. That's fine.
but I think they missed a really good opportunity to show off this map. This is a really fantastic map. And I know I had visited this map before to kind of check it out as a Let's Play, but big thanks to Chase for coming back over and going, hey man, check, try this map out, check this out. I was like, what map is that? And I got to looking at it, and I was like, oh man, yeah, I remember this. I looked at this for a Let's Play a while back, and decided not to do it. But I wish I would have now. I wish I'd have done this instead of Tuscan Lands, for sure. There's one or two other ones that I really wanted to try out, but I don't think I'm gonna get there. So I just don't think I'm gonna get to them. And I don't know at what point I can sleep, or how to sleep, for that matter. Skip night. Left alt in. Okay, left alt in. There we go. Sleep till morning. Sleep till dawn. Sleep till dawn. 6:27 a.m. There we go. Now we have daylight again. That way we don't just skip the night, not fast forward through time or whatever. Actually go to sleep, resting for another day at the farm. I think we may be broken here. Not real sure. I hope not, because I haven't saved anything. There we go. Alright, now, before we go any further, let's save real quick. Just in case. You never know. Some weird stuff might happen. But either way, we are done with this. It looks like our helper is still working over there. We are losing money for vehicle running costs and loan interest and all that kind of stuff. $100 on animal upkeep. We'll need to check those guys real quick just to make sure, because we did speed through the night, kind of. So we need to clean them up a little bit, probably. What we're going to do right now, though, is we're going to drop this guy here first, and then we'll check it. Look at the black smoke coming up. I just want to point that out. Look at the black smoke coming off this case. That is awesome. I mean, that is just amazing to me. Alright, let's put that down. I guess we can turn the headlights off, too. Kill that. There we go. Now, let's kill this for just a minute. We'll just leave it sitting right there. We're going to come right back to it anyway. We are going to need to clean the sheep up a bit, it looks like. So, let's jump in the old Massey tractor here. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's open up the claws on it. We don't need those. Not for this application, anyway. We'll need to clean some of this up here. We should be able to dump this right back in, because this is just kind of food that they spill out. So, this thing has a lot of horsepower for what we're doing. But, I mean, it's got like 78 horsepower or something, 88 horsepower. But that's okay, too. So, I'm not mad about it. Now, we will need to buy... we have a baler, we have a bale trailer. We have forks for this thing, too. So, it's where I found it sitting, so this is where we left it sitting until we needed to clean the sheep up. But we've got forks for it as well. I think they're setting right over there. We're already producing wool, which is really nice. That's going to be some money for us later. We can use our bale trailer probably to carry that. It does strap down. We got a water well right here we can get water from. It doesn't cost us money, I don't think. If it does, it's not that much, because this thing does not require that much. So, but I do want to check on the sheep real quick just to make sure everybody is still doing good. They should be. Yep, everybody's good. So we should be good for a few days here. Hopefully anyway. Health is at 80%, which is not great, but it looks like it's doing okay. So, and then we've produced 6% of wool, so not too bad. Now keep in mind, during seasons, if you don't feed or water your animals or keep them clean or whatever, they can die, so they will just disappear. It doesn't show them dying and laying out in the field, of course, but they do just disappear. So you will kill your animals off if you're not careful. So you got to be really careful about health of your animals and stuff. So, seasons is not something I've played just a whole tremendous lot with. I did 15 episodes on the Valley of the Old Farm. I did quite a few episodes on Giants Island with seasons, which doesn't really work that well because, well, Giants Island is an island, it's a tropical area, so seasons doesn't have the full effect. I'm really wanting to see what seasons does on this map here on Pennsylvania, so I think it's going to be quite good. Alright, so field 2 has been plowed and cultivated, so it is ready to go. We're going to go over and help plow field 12. We cannot start putting anything in the ground until actually 41 degrees. Yeah, we're waiting on 41 degrees to be able to plant these. We're not going to do any sunflowers because we don't have a head for it, or corn because we don't have a head, or sugar beets or potatoes. So we can't do any of that yet. But at 41 degrees, we can start putting wheat, barley, canola in the ground, and then at 50, we can start putting soybean in the ground. So the ground temperature is 39. We're skirting the edge here, so a couple of more days probably, and we'll be able to start putting some of this
crop in the ground, but not too much longer really. And we may do some small time logging or whatever, just by hand. We'll grab us a chainsaw. But that way, he's on that side of the field. Man, he is really making some headway over there. We're gonna have to get going to catch up with him. But yeah, we're probably gonna do some logging, some small time logging. We'll chop up some trees by hand, and maybe load them onto our hay trailer. We'll chop them down to a certain length and then throw them on there. Again, I'm not using GPS. I'm not using Courseplay. There's none of that going on this time around. This is all me and all AI help in the game. Not even using better AI in this one. So this is just me and the AI helpers that you get in game. So we'll call them seasonal farm hands. That's all we got. There is no extra help. But I do want to do some popular, because I haven't done popular other than what we're about to do in the multiplayer series. Guys, if you're not watching the multiplayer series, please go check it out. We're using some really wild mods over there. We got a Horse Pronto planter seed drill that drills poplar as well, oddly enough, and it plants it thick. So we're gonna have some crazy wood chip harvest over there on the poplar fields. So go check out the multiplayer series if you haven't already. Not all of them are up on YouTube, and they're not all going to be up on YouTube. Some of them are on Twitch, and they do go away after 45 days. So if you want to catch up, go over to Twitch and kind of see what's going on. You can check out the latest on YouTube though. I did stream this past weekend on Twitch as well. So, and by the time you see this, I probably have streamed it again, probably on Twitch. So. Make sure you follow me on Twitch and catch those streams when you can. Like I said, I will try to get a few more recorded and kind of split up and that kind of thing, just for the folks on YouTube. But for the most part, those are going to stay. If they're on Twitch, they're going to stay on Twitch. Most of the time, if I stream something on Twitch, it's going to stay there. If I stream this on Twitch, I'll probably record it and chop it down and put it back on YouTube, because this is going to be mostly a YouTube series anyway. So I will make it a point to either just do recorded videos, or try to live stream this on Twitch for the most part, or maybe if I do stream it on Twitch, I will record it and stuff. So, but again, this is going to be primarily a YouTube series instead of a kind of wherever I'm streaming it that day or wherever I'm playing it that day. So I'm going to try to keep this up on YouTube as much as possible. If you haven't seen one in a while, remind me. Hey, you haven't put one up in a while, because I probably got a recorded video somewhere from Twitch or something that I need to put down. So. You know, if you haven't seen this in a while and you do want to see more of it, also, you know, if you do want to see more, hit the like button below, because that helps me out a ton. That helps out a lot. If you do want to see more of this, hit the like button. Let me know you want to see more of it in the comments. Remind me when I haven't put one out in a little while. And if you want to see more of this, you can subscribe to the channel for sure. We're not done yet though. We are going to get done with field 12 today, and probably go get set up for another one. I'm hoping I can get this field cultivated as well. So. We'll do the same thing though. We're going to be moving helpers around. We're going to rely heavily on AI help for these bigger fields and smaller equipment. And I say bigger fields, they're not really bigger. Field 5 is going to be the headache. Field 5 is going to be the big one. So once we get Field 5 out of the way, I'll feel much better. But I feel pretty good about it, seeing how much we've accomplished in the short amount of time that I've been on recording today. I've only been recording for about an hour, roughly. So that's not bad. That's doable for me. I was worried about the time span. Using small equipment and stuff, I have to really think about how often I can do these, and how long it's going to take me to do certain tasks for the day. So I didn't really have anything set for today. Today's kind of an introduction to the new series, and letting everybody know that I did delete my videos for Tuscan Lands. They are gone. I think Tuscan Lands was going to do pretty well, but I think this one's going to do even better. So this one's going to do better for me for sure. Tuscan Lands was not turning out the way I wanted it to turn out, so I am going to be doing this one instead. We're not using crop destruction. We're not using a whole lot of realistic mods. We're not using the all the ground stuff or any of that. We're just no extra dirt or anything. No real dirt module. None of that stuff. We're using seasons, and I'm using some small equipment. So it's not really a realistic Let's Play. More than anything else, I just wanted to be in Pennsylvania in the winter, because I think this is Pennsylvania. But I wanted to be in Pennsylvania in the seasons and see what happens. I just want to see what happens with this map. Now, as far as I know, they didn't do a seasons for this map specifically, so I'm just using the generic seasons that's on here. Now again, we're gonna get pretty close to this, and then we're gonna let this guy finish it up, and we'll go grab the cultivator again, and then we'll start cultivating. When he gets done, we'll move him over to field 5, and we'll start working on field 5 probably in the next episode during the live stream. If I had to guess, that's probably what I'm gonna try to do. So I don't know when exactly the live stream is gonna be. I don't know when exactly this video came out. So I will say this: I recorded it on a Monday. So if you're watching this on Friday, it took me that long to get it edited and find some free time to edit and all that kind of stuff. So again, these are going to be weekly, bi-weekly. I mean, not bi-weekly, but bi-monthly videos, maybe every other week or every week. I'm not real sure yet. Once a week at the very, very most. Twice a month, every other week at the very least. So somewhere in between there. Look for 2 or 3 episodes a month of this, and we'll probably run about 10 episodes. So. But the episodes are going to be, they're going to cover a lot of ground because I'm going to try to spend just a day just playing this before my streams and editing after my streams, stuff like that. So I'm going to pick a day every week and just play on this by itself. So I may be spreading myself too thin, but I don't think I am. I think I can handle it. There have been times before I've bit off more than I could chew. I had to drop back and do something different. So if I end up dropping this series, you'll know why. It's because I just didn't have time and it wasn't fitting into my time frame for everything else I'm trying to do right now. So keep that in mind. But it's not intentional. I don't plan on starting these and stopping them for no reason. You know, I don't stop stuff normally just because I don't like it. I have to really burn myself out on it and really feel like it wasn't going my way. Like Tuscan Lands, I really felt like wasn't what I wanted to do. After the first couple, and I was like, there's no real point in keeping going because I don't like it, and I think a lot of people are going to know that I don't like it. And the Valley of the Old Farm kind of went the same way. I was just so burnt out on seasons and playing realistically that I couldn't keep going with it. So there's 14 or 15 episodes of that. It is still on a playlist. It's still here on YouTube. If you want to go check it out, you're more than welcome to. I use mostly John Deere mods. It was a lot of fun for a little while. I think I did too much at one time there, and it was too big of a map for me to handle. Too many fields, there was too much going on. I think that's probably what happened. But either way, I just got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. So we're gonna do this last row here. We're gonna let him finish it up, and we'll go grab the cultivator and get started, or at least get it over here in the area because it looks like one more pass for him is gonna do it. So. We'll get the cultivator and get it started. We'll take him over to field 5 and let him get going, and hopefully we'll get field 12 done today. That is my idea anyway. But yeah, my whole plan for this map is to focus mainly on sheep for a little while, and like I said, I got to buy certain fields to be able to open up other property. So we can't use the extra storage down in the southwest of the map here. There's a whole other farm right here, really, but we got to buy field 22 for it. And then the pig farm and stuff, we're going to have to buy field 14, 13, and 11 to use it. Actually, no, we'll have to buy field 14 to use it. And it looks like there's a small field right here. I don't even know what that is. We'll have to check that out. We're right here on field 12. We might run up there. I already completed his task. Alright, well, I guess we'll put him on follow me. We'll take him back to the farm and send him over to field 5. So, where's field 5 from here? Yeah, we can get him to follow us back to the farm. Or her, whichever. And we'll take him on down to field 5. Get him going down there. I'm using follow me just because it's easier when you're playing by yourself to get equipment around. I feel like it makes way more sense. We do have traffic on, though, so I have to be careful about where I'm driving through traffic and stuff. Something else I would like to do is I would like to cut down on field 2 a little bit right here. I do have ground modification on, so if I wanted to, I could make new roads. I need to make a new road around field 2, maybe over by the tree line. Or you know what I might do? I might cut some of the trees down and make a new road over there. Grind the stumps down, all that kind of stuff. We'll have to buy a stump grinder because I don't have one. But just make a road around field 2 because I cannot get my cedar through here. The cedar does not fit through here very well at all. It just doesn't want to fit. Let's see. Let's get him into the farm there, out of the road. There we go. We'll drop him off there. And let me back this in here. Go.
Drop that. Turn the headlights back off. Grab the cultivator once again. And we'll go get a couple of headlands run on it. And get an AI started. And we'll come back and grab the plow, and we'll get them going on field 5 over there. I don't know if we're going to have to cut headlands. We'll have to wait and see, but I am going to cut a couple of headlands with the cultivator here on field 12 just to get it going and get them on the go. So, ready for another time lapse. Here we go. Alright, just back for a quick second here. Now, the size of field 5 compared to these other ones is pretty ridiculous. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut a couple of headlands on the end here just to keep them out of the road. And then I want to show you how the length of field 5, just how big this field is compared to what we were doing. The size on the map doesn't look that much different, and it's really not that big. If we were using, you know, a 4-meter wide plow and an 8-meter wide cultivator and, you know, the bigger headers on the harvesters, that kind of thing, it wouldn't be that bad. But this is a pretty big field compared to what we're using. And I didn't want anything to be too daunting of a task, but I didn't want it to be easy either. Now, a lot of farmers have big fields and don't have that big of equipment. So a lot of the personal farmers. Now, production farmers, of course, have bigger equipment, stuff like that. But for us, we're more farming for personal benefit here. We're not really farming for production yet. Now, at some point, I'm sure we will be doing a lot of crops for production value. But we're doing a few crops to kind of help pay for everything else going on around the farm. The sheep, for one. Any kind of logging stuff we do is going to be for the purpose of just cleaning up and getting stuff out of the way. The wood chips are going to be strictly for profit because we're going to sell those. And I think we might actually have a wood chip storage mod on. I'm not real sure if I have that on or not. If I don't, I'm probably going to put it on because we have a poplar field down in the southeast of the map that is free. It costs us no money and it's already planted. So that's really neat that this map starts you out with poplar. It makes you kind of think that maybe logging on this map is a big deal, you know. All right, so let's run the length of this field one time. I want to run the length this way, I guess. And it is kind of a curved field, so the AI may do something funky here. I'm not real sure, but we're going to run it once ourselves and just kind of show you how long it's going to take to do this field here. It's going to take quite a while, so I'm gonna kind of speed this up here for a second until we get to the other end. Now then, see, that wasn't too bad. It didn't take that long. It took me about 45 seconds maybe to get to the end of the field. And I think a lot of it is like instant gratification. You know, you get all the big equipment and stuff and you forget what the grind starting out feels like. And I think that's the reason I like starting over so much. So we're going to have that starting over feeling constantly on this map because all we have is small equipment. Yeah, as you can see here, see there's some timber cut down, some logs laying there. I feel like logging on this map is supposed to be a big part of it. So we may try to do some actual logging. There's lots of trees here to harvest and stuff, but we'll do that once we get to the point where we can. It's not going to be rushed by any means. We definitely want to be careful around this river, though, or this creek. We might fall in that thing. But yeah, it's not going to be rushed by any means. I want to try to run this for a few episodes, and I may try to do more than one episode a week. Just because there's several maps I want to check out. We're probably going to end up switching maps on the multiplayer as well. Just because we're going to run out of things, honestly. Like, we own half the map already, and we've only been at it for 2 weeks, so we're going to run out of stuff to do on that particular map, which there's another really good map I think would be a really good multiplayer map is South Mountain Creamery Farm. Beautiful map. I've kind of looked around it. I haven't really checked it out a whole lot. I haven't done a map review of it or anything because other people have, bigger YouTubers have. And I figured, you know, why do one? They've already covered it. So, but this is one that I had not seen covered, and Chase pointed that out too. And I was like, you know what, man, you're right. This would be a great map to play on. So that's kind of what I want to do. Is this, and then we will definitely be switching maps on the multiplayer at some point. I will definitely be trying to get one more map in on this one, on this single player series that I'm doing. I am going to continue to keep a single player series as much as I can anyway, just because I feel like this is my time just to kind of chill out and kind of hang out with you guys and talk to you guys and that kind of stuff. So I know when we stream the multiplayer stuff and we get enough people in chat, it gets kind of hectic. So, which is just fine. I like playing with other people. It took me a while to get to that point, but I enjoy it. And I want to, I definitely want to play with you guys. But I like having my time to myself just to kind of chill out and do this kind of stuff, you know, just kind of chill out and enjoy it. So I'm going to wait a minute and see if this guy does what he's supposed to be doing. Hopefully he will. He should get going here and should run angles the whole way. Now, I'm wondering if I need to cut a headland along that side over there to keep him from going in the river. If he ends up in the river, I guess we'll find out. But we're gonna finish this up in the next episode. This isn't gonna be done in this episode by any means. So we're gonna let him get going there. I think he's about to start hitting the longer streaks. So let's go finish up field 12, like I said we were going to. And this helper is just about done with it, but that's okay. We will take it from here. We'll finish this on up. This is going pretty well, actually. I didn't expect to have 2 fields and starting a third one. In the first episode, although I have done a little bit of time lapse and I've been playing for a little while, so for the most part you've gotten to see everything. I don't think I've cut anything out. Maybe me tabbing out once or twice or something, or pausing it to go get a cup of coffee. Other than that, I don't think you guys have missed a whole lot. I think I've time lapsed everything and shown you pretty much the entire thing here. But in the live streams, I'm not going to be able to time lapse anything. Of course, you're going to get to see the whole spiel. So. If you want to make those live streams, again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and come back and hang out with me there. Now, I guess the question is, do we want to plant wheat, barley, and canola in that order? Just start out with the standard stuff? Because we already have some in storage, not a whole lot. It was left over in the grain silo. I don't really know how much it's worth, if it's still good or whatever. So, we do still have some in the grain silo. We can go sell. It sells for a pretty good penny, so... the crop prices are pretty good right now. But again, it's going to be another day or two before we can actually start planting anything ourselves. And it'll be mid-autumn before we can actually start harvesting anything. So. And I think I have this set to 6 day, which I didn't want. I want 3 days. So I'm going to switch this to 3-day seasons just so everybody knows. That was the plan, and I just forgot to change it, so I'm definitely going to change that at some point. So just be on the lookout for that. If you see it and you go, hey, you had that on 6 day the other day, that's wise, because I planned on doing 3-day seasons on this anyway. Just because this is not a longevity map for me. This is more of a, I want to play on the map and I want to enjoy it, but I don't want to spend the entire time up to Farm Sim 19 on this map either. I've got another map in mind that I want to play too. So. Just trying to keep it constantly changing for you guys and keep it interesting, that kind of stuff. If you don't change maps, it gets kind of stale after a while, so trying to keep it interesting for everybody. Almost got this one finished up. Now, if there's any suggestions you have, or any map suggestions you have, rather, any mod suggestions, I'll take those too, that you may have. I'll look into them. I'm not going to promise you anything, but I'll definitely look into them. I don't mind suggestions. I appreciate them. They help me out, and there's a lot of stuff that I may not know about that's out there. So, if you guys have any map suggestions at all, throw them out there, man. I will check them out. I promise you. I'll definitely look at them. Looks like this may be our last little swipe here on this field. And I don't know if we should go ahead and just take the cultivator over to field 5, or if we should take the plow over there. Maybe take the cultivator over and then. Yeah, let's take the cultivator over and just kind of drop it nearby. This is going to get tricky here, I think. Let's see if we can get off the road far enough. There we go. This guy's turned into, get over a little bit for him. It's going to get kind of crowded, especially if we have bigger equipment. This is why I wanted to play with small equipment right here. It's because it gets kind of crowded anyway. So we're going to have to be very careful about coming through the city streets and stuff here. We're cutting it close to the brick and the side of the road there. But yeah, it gets kind of crowded, so we have to be very careful about our placement of things. So this guy seems to be doing okay. We're going to take this cultivator and probably drop it down here at the entrance of the field, and then go grab the plow and kind of help him get started. But either way, that's going to, I think 2 fields and showing off the farm and stuff is probably going to be enough for us for this episode. So let's go grab the plow. Just attach that. Go grab the plow, and we'll get ready to start helping this guy on Field 5, because Field 5 is going to take us quite a while. So I think that's going to be a huge time lapse, either the next episode or after the live stream. For the live stream, I may drop off of Field 5. I may keep doing it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see after the full map tour is done. That's pretty cool. So when we drove past the American flag there, you could actually hear the wind blowing it around. That was pretty neat. But yeah, in the live stream that I do of this, we'll have to wait and see just how far I want to go. If I do want to continue on with Field 5 and just kind of hang out with you guys and chat, or if I may do a recording of it and just do something else different for the live stream and do a recording of Field 5 and time lapse it or something. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see, but let's go get started. I think I'm going to run headlands on this side just so he doesn't fall in. That's probably the best idea. But either way, guys, that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for our time here on Woos Shire for the first episode. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I know there's some time-lapse stuff kind of hit and miss in here. But that's the way it's going to be using the small equipment. I don't really have enough to say to fill up an entire episode of using the small equipment. So there is going to be some time-lapse stuff here and there. But I hope you can enjoy it for what it is, and hope you can enjoy the scenery on the map. The music may not be everybody's taste, but that is Popsky. That is a good guy on Twitch. He's been doing his own music and stuff for a long time, and I really just I don't like EDM stuff, the electric dance music stuff, that much, or whatever it's called, electronic dance music, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't really care for it, but his is that 8-bit, gives you that classic video game feel. And I try to support people and streamers that are just good people for the community in general. So, and he's one of those people. He's good for the community. He's good for Twitch. He's good for content creators in general, because he does allow content creators to use his music copyright free. So, for me, that goes a long way. Not the copyright free thing, but just being a good person in general, and being good for the community. So, try to support him any chance I get. And there's links down below the video to Popsky stuff if you want to check it out. Also, I may throw in a Jamie Davis and Soul Gravy song here and there. I use Jamie Davis's music for my start screen on my streams. So if you're ever in there and you catch that look down below the stream in Twitch or YouTube, either one, down below the video, and you'll find links to all of his stuff as well as Popsky's in either Twitch or YouTube, either one. I have links for everything there. But either way, guys, that's gonna do it for this. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you can join me again for Woos Shire Farms. Starting out on Mary's sheep farm with some very small equipment. That's going to take quite a while to knock everything out, but I think it's going to be, in the long run, it's going to be more enjoyable than what I was trying to do. And yes, I'm playing with seasons again. Yes, they are 6 days now. I meant for that to be 3-day seasons, so we're going to change that for the next episode. But I hope you guys can come back and hang out with me in the next one. I have enjoyed this. I think I'm going to really enjoy this map. We're going to do some different stuff. We're going to take our time and just kind of relax and chill and hang out and do this map. So I will see you then. Have a good one, everybody. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. See you in the next one. Later, everybody.